What's going on, guys? Who am I here with today?
John Wilkin, and I just got a top 32 at YCS Montreal with my Karibo branded strategy.
Damn.
Cooking.
Hell yeah, man. What was your record?
So I finished 10-3. My losses were to Rolad. It was like the branded Rolad deck. I messed up against that matchup. I think there was two matches that in my match against Mike Albanese, which I lost against, were winnable. That second loss was unfortunately because I made a mistake under time, and I was supposed to go give him a couple more draws under the Charmies and set up a full board, which I'll get into later. But I think if I had played both of those matches properly, I would have won. And then my match against Julian, I think I misplayed as well. I'm not sure if it made the difference, but in my game one, I think there's a card in here which would have made a game that would have been almost winnable. But I think I messed up with my sequencing, and that's the deck, unfortunately. Like, it's very you can play through almost anything, but you need to do it properly, and it's hard. You have to, there's a lot of times where you'll make a mistake like 7, like 7 turns before, or 30 plays earlier in your combo, right? And it's it's kind of unfortunate that that can happen sometimes, but once you just played it enough and you recognize the game states, it kind of could work together. But I'm still learning stuff about this deck kind of every time I play it, right? It's a very unique deck in that way. Everything, it's such a complex. The turns play out so complex because there's so many different routes you can do to get to the kind of the same thing, right? But it's important that you play to what you think your opponent has and just optimally setting up depending on the outcome. So, yeah, I guess I'll just get right into it.
Yeah, man. Do you want to do any shout-outs? Any sexy people that helped you build the deck list before we start this?
Yeah, so I built this list by myself.
Oh.
I didn't test it all. I played 0 games, and I just played 60 random cards.
Why so genius?
Shout out to Abdul behind the camera. You
already know.
Unfortunately, he didn't have faith in the pure branded deck, and he played some crap Crimson Call cards.
We played
Crimson King.
The same list minus literally one card in the main, one in that.
Yeah, it's a little package. It's like Crimson King, Crimson Call, which lets you in the combo search Griffo. I didn't think it was necessary. Abdul liked it. I think he's wrong. But
okay, man. We'll get started on this deck profile.
But other than that, huge shout-outs. Obviously, shout-outs to my Team Inspire. Huge shout-outs to everybody that I stayed with. It was an awesome event. Huge shout-outs to the branded group chat. Huge shout-outs to Ruben, Pat, Coco, Chris, Kamal. I just had an amazing time. Montreal was great. Yeah, so I guess we'll get right into it. Also shout out to my sponsor, Team Inspire.
You already shouted them out.
Oh, my bad. My bad. Too many people. Huge combo, huge fucking pile of monsters.
Alright, what is that? 2 Wildbass, 3 Aluber.
Yeah, I'm just placing all this out so I can. These are the pure starters. I think it ended up being 21 or something like that. Was it 5, 6, 11, 15?
21?
No, it's not 15. That's 16 plus 22. Yeah, so 22 branded starters. I'm including this because Grass is broken. Every time I resolve this card, it won me the game. I did get a little lucky with the mills, but you have 4 cards that are just that are really solid, and then another kind of 8 that are fine. And in 20 cards, if you have enough of those, you're just gonna get so much through. Yeah, so I guess I'll explain some of the stuff that needs to be explained. I think these are self-explanatory. The 2 Ecclesia. I mean, I'm playing 60, so there's an argument to play 3. But I don't think you need it. It's not that great of a starter.
Yeah, the space was also dummy tight.
For sure, right. In a synchro, we were thinking with the synchro builds earlier on potentially, but I just don't think that the card quality is high enough, and you can just access it in your combo. But yeah, this makes sense. The high spirit and all that. But none of that needs too much explaining. The Aliber opening ratios were just going back and forth, back and forth. Like, I had no idea kind of what it was going to end up looking like. And I realized shortly before the event, like, you just want to see your branded cards, even though, you know, the card quality does get bad if you see multiples. Like, you're playing 60, so it's, like, you're not seeing multiples as much. And the fact that opening can summon Quem from the deck is just really important because it means that you're able to do... you're able to use it as an interruption, basically, and I think that's really strong, like for the card versatility.
Yeah,
so the 3 Cartasia, the thing with this is like you could, like, I was playing 1 in some of my builds, but the problem is I found you want access to Granglund a lot, and getting stopped on your Albaz is very, very challenging sometimes because you're funneled into like fusion lines, and so getting Cartasia access is harder because you don't have the synchro, right? And so hard drawing it just means you have that full setup, and it makes it all a lot easier. So I think 3 is the correct decision here because, like, worst case you just get a fusion, and like getting to the rollout stuff is like really important too.
Yeah, that's why you need Grang.
Yeah, exactly. So bring on this game. This card, I only play.
Bro, why do you play that card, man? Why do you play that card?
I only play it because of the tech card, which I'll show you guys later. I think it was one of the best cards in the deck, if not the best. But probably not the best, but like
it's up there.
It's pretty good. But you play this like in order to facilitate that. It has a lot of utility. Being able to like recycle stuff you've already used is important. Being able to put back cards is important. Like there was one game where my opening hand was Griffo, Mind Shuffle, Albion, Called By, right? And so I was. What sucks is Mind Shuffle was like the 5th card, and Albion was Griffel's full combo, right? Because you dump Brand Fusion and you get your stuff, but like, you know, that isn't full combo. So what I did is I used Albion effect to draw. I sent Albaz so that I could just maximize my chance of playing, and I ended up drawing Kit. And so this card's really cool because it puts back a card. So when it resolved and I searched High Spirit, I put back the Mind Shuffle and I just won. So. That was probably one of the most insane things I did all weekend. These are in starters, but I have a brick section later in the deck, and I wouldn't consider these bricks. These are like, I mean, this is obviously upstart. This is good in getting your full virtuous like engine, but obviously you play it right. Then Quem is mandatory, and it's fine to draw, right? Like being able to get you into Albaz is usually good enough. And then for the Rolads, I guess starters, like, it's just Griffo and 2 Black Chaos. I think the only change I'll make this deck is actually cut a Black Chaos. And this would be like Branded Retribution, which I sided. The problem with these cards is that they don't get you into the branded stuff in this build, and so it's really just for secondary pushes and, you know, having an extra grind game. But not really grind game, but like being able to just kill through your opponent's interruptions and like facilitate this stuff through your branded engine. Like you're still able to dump Black Chaos and Summon Skull in your combo through like Grang Nungle, and then if you do the Branded Fusion, right, especially on turn 2, like that's a very real thing where you go like Branded Fusion to like the Bellion or something, and then you know make a guy, you dump the Black Chaos or summon the Skull, and then you make Grang and dump the other one, then ritual it back, and then like I think there's application for this, but I think I'd probably want to have that retribution. This is fine. Griffo is obviously insane. This is the Karibo part of the Karibo branded thing.
No, I love. You're not playing Ragged Rights at all.
No. Because I just didn't want to make my hands weaken to draw. And like like I said, the cards are great, but like if I would much prefer to play the 3rd Black Chaos if I was going to do that, and like I just felt that you didn't need it, right? I'd rather just want. You know, Griffo's a good card for using on your opponent's turn, which is why I really like it, and the fact that it's a quick effect, so it plays well in the draw is really strong. But it also plays around Ogre, so like that, that's why this is good. But this is the Black Chaos just plays into too much stuff I found. By the way, this is like the theory for these cards in this deck. Like, it's going to be completely different to a most Rolad decks play. Like, this is a branded deck first and foremost, so
yeah.
Don't be dissuaded. Yeah, so for the non-engine, 6 Charmies, 3 Lava Golem, Droll,
it's all high impact.
Just pure power, right? Like I just want to play, and the only way I can do that is through trying to use have it like my non-engine have as high value as possible, right? And part of the theory is we have 15 like pure going second cards in the deck, and so our side going first is the same against every deck, but it kind of has to be that way because you need these powerful going second cards with like a heavy engine deck, right? Like it needs to work out. Like main deck Lava Glow almost broken, the Charmies were great, the Drill was fine, like Super Color was nice for me, and Falling in the Virtuous is just a ridiculous card. Like, but this basically is what makes the deck. Yeah.
Absolutely, that's the best branded card ever, man.
Oh yeah, it's just insane. And so here's the broken card, the decisive battle of Golganda.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Don't even get me started on this card, man.
So I'll just.
Don't even get me started, man.
Abdul became a believer very early, and it's something that I think any branded duelist who has the gall to put in the deck will find out is like this card is just amazing. Like being able to.
What does it do? Explain
yeah,
everything,
I'll explain.
Man.
So. It's a continuous spell that once per turn, if one of your cards would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can send a fusion monster that mentions Albez's material from your extra deck instead.
Oh my god, what could that possibly get you?
And so the fact that you're able to insulate your plays through hand like Harmonia, Ogre, like it means that these 3 hand trap or board plus triple hand trap it just makes that so much easier to play into because not only do you keep your stuff, but you also get a follow up and that is all you really need in this deck. Being able to just push is exactly what this deck does, and this card lets you do it really well. Like they're usually taking multiple interruptions in order to deal with this, right? Especially in the kill tune, like this card is just gaining so much value most of the time. And then going first, right? You go its second effect is if you have Fallen of Albaz on your field or grave, you can summon a Spriggan's monster from your deck. So I summon
in the end phase.
Yeah, in the end phase, but that's fine because you just go Spriggan's Kit and search Branded in red, right? And that gets you into another fusion, and it just makes your end board so much better with one card. Like one card insulates your entire board, means you don't lose the Ogre, Harmonia. Your Albaz is insulated from F and V. You get an extra pop if you need to. Like this is basically full. It's not full combo because you still have to play in the end phase, but you still get 4 or 5 interruptions off just these 2 cards, and it's insulated on your opponent's turn.
Yeah.
And the fact that it's also multiple copies up, this card is just amazing.
Yes, once per copy for the protection.
Yeah, but it should have won me the game every time I resolved it. The only time I didn't is when I misplayed and I missequenced, and I should have gotten summoned this and then searched the Fallen and the Virtuous and then set Branded in red, right? And that way I would have had both Branded in red and Fallen and Virtuous interrupt on my opponent's turn. But instead I wasn't able to do that, and I was I missed out on the Branded in red, and it just lost me the game against Julian. So
this card's broken, man. I had a Mitsuga try to wipe my board for 6, and I was like, okay, I'll just send some follow up instead.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay, sure. Anything in response? Resolve, I'll protect.
That shit was so broken.
This is the Golganda deck, and so one of the problems that this card is not really searchable. The main way you do it, the only way you do it really is you dump it off Quem, right? But this is very easy. In almost every line, you're able to do this properly, and then you just add it back off the DMOC. So this is what I should have done against. It's crazy. Both of my losses were because I didn't use this card properly, and it would have won me those games, which is 2 of my losses, which is crazy, right? Against Mike and Julian. What I should have done against Mike is I got, like I said, Pearly Food. I should have just went DMOC, add this back, set it up, and if you have this plus this against Cool Tune, what are they doing? Yeah, dude. Right? I lost the Lightning Storm.
This guy protects this guy, and then this guy protects this guy.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my god. It's insane, man. That card, this is one,
this is the deck.
This is the deck.
This is actually
the deck. This card makes it, right? I think it really just elevates Branded to a level that makes me comfortable with it in the format when there's a lot of really other powerful options. I'm confident in literally everything, even going second. I've played through some ridiculous boards this weekend, especially with my you need the right board breakers, but it just does that. That's what this deck is built to do, right? I just have so many ways to just play into these insane boards that are supposed to be unbreakable, right? People especially because people aren't used to playing with them at that point, right? I get them in weird positions that they're not used to because I'm able to just push through stuff that they didn't think was like able to be pushed through, which is just so broken with this deck. So these are the bricks.
Get ready, guys. This is our bottom row on TV.
The bottom row. One sec. He's coming back. This is a brick too. Okay, so these are the Rolad bricks. For the life of me, I've been trying to. Okay, you have to play these three. These cards are so broken.
Yeah, you have. That's not the question.
Funny, this card's this card's a brick, but like I'm not gonna lie, there's just so many ways to make this not a brick. It's one of those pseudo bricks. Same goes for. Okay, same goes for Fleur-de-Lis, Brandon Red, and Albaz. Like these cards are like all like if you have reasonable hands, like they can be good. Like I've had times where Brandon Red's bad. Like you're able to play like a little bit, like. It's fine because it just means that you just get something else, right? And it, like in your plays and you just work around it, like which is like fine for half of your bricks. I can't say the same for these 5. Bro, like.
So these are bricks. This is cement.
Yeah, this is like the set of like this is like. A cement factory right here, like bro, like I do not want to see any of these cards. Like this card was okay to draw like once, it was kind of cool, but bro, like that was because I drew high spirits, right? Like that's what made it cool. Is I gotta send a monster because I gotta send it out of my hand. That's what was cool about it. Is that you gotta go to the graveyard, and then like Mind Shuffle's all right. I'm not gonna lie.
It's not the end of the world.
I don't think I resolved the bounce effect once the entire tournament.
Damn, actually.
Which is weird to say considering I would still play it again, right? But like, I think the main thing that I really liked about it is the fact that it just facilitates a push, and I don't think I was using it as my end board piece as much. I was using it as like a way to let my branded stuff resolve because people would funnel so much into stopping this, right?
Ash that shit.
Yeah, they would ash it. I'm just laughing at them. Like, what are we doing? Like, or falling in the virtuous pop. Cool. Like, I'm just doing the same thing, right? Yeah. Like, I'm not gonna be bad. Like, I don't.
You get to dump Grang, the Skull Arch off Grang anyways.
And then I just sided out against matchups where it just really doesn't come up against, or in the most matchups like going second. But I think it's difficult because I still think there's a place for this in the deck.
Unless you mean these two, right?
Yeah, these two. So you have to play. So all this ones you have to play.
Yeah.
Right. But like this engine, like I'm for sure would play like Cut the Black Chaos for Retribution. But that also means that I'm playing another brick, right? Which is like.
Yeah, I was signing this out versus the super combo decks going second.
And so this is what. Like, it'll be a 9-card Rolad package with this stuff, and I think it's honestly worth it to bring in 4 cards that get you into a really reasonable setup and play into stuff well, and then you just have to play 2 additional cards that are not necessarily the best to draw, but it's workaroundable, and you're playing 60, and you have ways to discard. That's another thing too. Like you have so many discard outlets. Like it usually ends up being fine. Like it's another benefit of opening, right? And so and it's 60 obviously with grass. Like that. Love grass.
Broken card.
So for the extra 2 Dogma. So I was considering playing 1. You can't. Don't play 2. Albion, Jade, Sanctified. You need this for Evenly and Lightning Storm. 100% would play it again. Rinbrum, Ash Dragon, Rebellion. So I played 1 Grangle for this turn. The second one came up a couple times. I think I would try and fit it in. Probably over this card. Mixuza didn't come up, but I also didn't play as many Elf Mode as I thought I would. And I feel like this card is very strong to the deck with Super Poly.
Yeah, it made your Super Poly safe.
Yeah, exactly, right? Exactly. It made, like, playing Super Poly, you kind of want to have this card, so I'm not sure if I would cut this or maybe Secretarion, but Secretarion is really strong for me as well. And again, another card that's broken into Rolad, broken into Elf. No, I'm not gonna say broken. It's strong into those decks. I think you're able to. Those decks are able to play through it, but it puts them in awkward positions that you're usually able to capitalize on.
I don't know, man. I don't see how Elf Mode's beating Secretarion on 1 pop.
Actually.
Like, actually.
Yeah, that's true. which is weird, but it was another reason why it's like weird because I want to add this, but like I really am trying to. It's hard to find the space. Claritas, I think you need this for high spirits. It came up like absolutely. I think there's a world where if you cut the Mind Shuffle package, you can get rid of it, but maining Lava Golem was so broken, and you want to be able to pitch that for high spirit. I think it's just, it's enough. It's relevant enough, and this card's just also really strong. Like being able to reduce the attack is, it definitely came up.
You just need to live. Like that's the thing.
Yeah, exactly. So Ecclesia and Sorcel. I mean, yeah, I'll summon from my deck or grave once a turn for fun, and then just give me free cards, and then just okay.
Yeah,
Next.
just Albez's wife, man. Like we have to play every single single card that has that girl.
So as I mentioned earlier, like you have these for going. These cards you have to side up going first.
Every single time.
Every single time. Yeah, exactly. And the other ones, which I side decked, were Sphere, Pot. All these cards were ridiculous. Would play again.
This is the side deck, guys.
Yeah, broken. Yeah, this is side. And so, yeah, I love these cards. Slot.
Show us the 9 that you're putting in
Yeah.
to replace those. Going first.
Yeah, and so Nib.
Why Nib?
So this is I never resolved it, but it's mainly for Elf Note, right? Like I was a little worried about that deck because I think that it was the best position to beat this deck, and I think my matchups actually reflected that. Like the only times I lost, I found were like me messing up. I think that the uncontrollable losses like that I found in testing were against Elf Note, but like every match felt really good with my deck, and I think that Nib helps it. Like round it out really well.
So trying to kill me through a board
yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, exactly. Right, like it's just broken going first too. It's anything like if a deck isn't, and if a deck isn't good, is good into Nib, like going second like that, then it's just not a deck that's like an issue, right? Like I guess Rolad, like.
But if you can't summon 5 times, you can't hang, man.
Like, yeah, exactly. So I had 1 ogre in my deck and talents. I'd probably go for more ogre. So like I said, I would main the retribution. So I think it would either be like 2 ogres and the talents, or 3 ogres. But I think talents was alright. Like it resolved at 1, so I'm not too sure. But I like the idea of having more ogre for Elf Note. And then Mag, and then Gold Shark Merc. So I guess
so these 6 and 3 Nibs.
Yeah, exactly. So, like I said, I'd probably want to main the Retribution that came up. The Merc and Gold Sark, I don't think you need to main, and I did like siding it. Like, I like having access to it, aside for going first, or against decks where, like, you want a monster interruption, because worst case scenario, you're adding another brick to your deck, but, like, you're getting another starter with it, too, so I'm okay with that.
It's a solid end board.
Yeah, exactly. It's what would replace, the bigger Rolad package if I was doing it, but like I found that even the Rolad bricks are still like Merc is just so not great. Like if you draw it, like it just doesn't do anything. Like you're just able to get you're able to search it so easy. Like it just feels it feels so mid if you open it. So that's another reason I actually like 60 currency in this deck. It's like I play so many ways to do the same thing, right? And so many great Dawn Engine. Playing 60 lets you have these bricks that like pseudo bricks for some of them that for other decks you wouldn't be able to do because you just see them too often, right? But I found that this deck has like a 98% consistency, and if you open like a reasonable hand, you're able to get value out of most cards in your hand. Right? Like I never felt that there was too much redundancy, which is great because I found that like this deck in theory could seem to be a bit redundant, but like in practice you're usually able to sequence things properly and really get value. And I just think this is a very well-rounded deck. Something I want to know, I got the I feel bad not saying it. I got the 4 idea from this Oklahoma regional. The guy got first playing it was a similar deck. I found that there was a few things that I wanted to work on because he was playing more of a Rolad build, right? Like it was less of a branded deck, more of a Rolad deck. But like he had the 4, and I was trying to figure out trying to solve a problem with this deck. It's like you don't have the level 8s or the level 7 or higher to bounce your hand for the rollout stuff most of the time, because you're not really summoning like Black Chaos. Like you can't bounce extra deck guys. So like, what are you gonna do? And I found Floor acting as both an interruption and as like the extender to get you into that level 8 body was just so important, and being able to like recycle it and use them multiple times came up, which is like me and Abdul realized very early in the testing, this is actually fundamental. You cannot play.
We were
this
citing this shit out, but no, this is engine.
we were citing it out, but we found that you just couldn't. And honestly, I think this card's good in like a branded deck. Like I think that being able to go on your opponent's turn Grand Gugnol into a full-on interrupt, right? Like that is so important sometimes, especially when they're not expecting it, right? Like, but every time I search this card, every time I played either of these cards, I almost had to read it. Like both of them, they had to read these cards, man. Like that is very, very good to put your opponent in that kind of position, because if you're comfortable and your opponent isn't, that is an advantage.
If your opponent starts reading your cards, you're like, hell yeah.
I want to give a huge shout out to Benny for giving me his My Little Pony cards. You know, I know they mean so much to him. He's a big fan.
Yeah. Good luck charms.
Benny Grossman. Yeah.
I hear him.
I unblocked that guy on Zodiac, Benny. All right. Well,
any closing thoughts, Mr. John?
Listen, if you made it this far in the video, thank you for listening to me yap about this deck. I love Branded. I think this deck's super cool. I think this deck performed really well, and honestly, this is probably the best kind of deck building I've done for an event in a little while. So I'm happy with kind of how it worked out for sure.
Oh, absolutely. I played the same deck and literally one card difference, and it felt fucking incredible.
Yeah, it was great. It was good.
Time is the only issue, to be honest.
Yeah,
it's a hard deck.
You know what? Easy. You know what? And time was the issue at Nats for me too. And I found that like even though it was a factor, the rollout stuff helps a lot with that. And that's another I guess intangible is like the fact that like the rollout stuff just like ends games, right? Like you could cut it, but like you just don't end the game as fast. And I just didn't like that because I was having issues with time and stuff. So. Yeah, I also get to play Karibo, as the Karibo Overlord. Like, that was honestly like 90% of the reason. Like, I kind of like it's still correct in my opinion, but like I didn't think about not playing it because I really wanted to have both this card and this card in my deck. It's just Karibo branded, like with the a tech that I really. Like through just DB and theorying and just this is not a card that like it's a card you need to play with in order to actually see its value, right? I think that's very difficult to really understand the situation, like how good it really is until you play it and see how broken it is, and especially if your opponents don't understand what it does. Because there's been a lot of times when my opponents just played into it terribly. And it put me in just even if they played into it better, it would have been great. But like that is just another factor that just makes this card stronger in practice. So yeah, I would highly recommend it in any sort of braided deck.
Well, thank you so much, man.
Yeah, no, like I said, if you made it this far in the video, thank you. I appreciate you guys. Appreciate the support. And I'll see you guys at Houston.
Yes, sir. Like and subscribe, guys.
Yep.